Hello, I'm Alexa. I'm a San Francisco-based digital product designer, and when I'm not making videos about what I do professionally, I like to make videos talking about what's important to me in my life. And last year, I went to the Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within seminar, and let me tell you, it was an incredible experience. Tony Robbins is such an interesting person. He's got this incredible energy that he's been using to help transform people's lives over the last few decades.
It's hard as human beings to figure out what makes people do what they do, but because I spent 30 years in 100 countries with more than 3.5 million people, at this point I could be an idiot and I'd have to see there's patterns that make people crazy, that make people happy, that make them fulfilled, that make them stutter. Once you know what the pattern is, it's so easy to change.
He's honest, he's realistic, he's charismatic. He's a powerful storyteller, and he has powerful stories to tell.
The real problem is the second S, story. See, the reason the person is making progress, they may not know what to do. Sometimes that's true. But some people know what to do and they don't do what they know. Yeah. That's most people. Yes. And so why? They have a story that says, it's a set of beliefs they tell themselves over and again. I've tried everything. Or if they're single, all the good ones are gone. Whatever the story is. And if you tell yourself a story over and over again, Hitler used to say, tell a story big enough, loud enough, long enough, people believe you. Well, we're Hitler to ourselves. We convince ourselves. The thing we really need though is, you always come up with a lousy story when you're in a lousy state.
If you've been with my channel since the beginning, you know that I originally started making YouTube videos with a good friend of mine, Luba.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Luba and I'm a software engineer.
And my name is Alexa and I'm a product designer. Luba and I talk all the time about life, self-improvement, goals, aspirations, desires. And so when we started talking about Tony Robbins late last summer in 2018, it became very obvious that we just needed to go to one of the Tony Robbins seminars together. It was never my intention to really make a vlog about this event because I really wanted to just go and enjoy it and be there and be present. But Luba and I did film some clips with some anecdotes throughout some of the breaks during our experience, and so since it was such a meaningful event to me, I figured it'd make sense that I put together a video about it and share it with you. So before jumping into the clips, I wanted to give you a little bit more background about my relationship with Tony Robbins and I guess just a few stories. So I've been following Tony Robbins ever since I discovered his TED Talk, Why We Do What We Do, probably sometime in 2012 or 2013 when I had first just moved to San Francisco.
People say to me, well, I don't need any motivation. And I say, well, that's interesting. That's not what I do. I'm the why guy. I don't know why you do what you do. What is your motive for action? What is it that drives you in your life today, not 10 years ago, or are you running the same pattern? So emotion is it, and if we get the right emotion, we can get ourselves to do anything. We can get through it. If you're creative enough, playful enough, fun enough, can you get through to anybody, yes or no? If you don't have the money, but you're creative and determined enough, you find the way. So this is the ultimate resource, but this is not the story that people tell us.
It was around the same time that I just started going to design school, where I had just discovered this energy that I had for UX design. I remember resonating with his message so much so that even to this day, I still have a blurb in my About Me section on my personal website that was inspired by what he teaches. Anyway, Unleash the Power Within is a 4-day seminar where Tony and his business partner, Joseph McClendon, and a few other leaders are there teaching you how to take control of your life. Each day was about 10 to 12 hours long of learning, and honestly, it was kind of crazy. We were constantly getting up, jumping around, screaming at the top of our lungs, meeting new people, dancing, hugging and high-fiving our neighbors. It was exhausting. And yet, it was one of the most energizing experiences of my life. The stadium was filled with 20,000 people who were all screaming and dancing around, doing the whole bit, while not under the influence of alcohol or any other sort of state-changing drug. This was pure human energy. And this energy was unlike anything I've experienced before. It's one of those experiences that you really just have to do it to fully understand. If you're thinking at all about going to one of these Tony Robbins events, I say you just go for it. Especially before Tony's voice gives out completely. Tony is an incredible person, and honestly, although the price is expensive, I think it's totally worth the value. To break it down, let's say that you spend $1,000 on a ticket. That's $250 a day for 10 to 12 hours worth of learning each day. I know some people who spend more money on booze and concert tickets in a given year for way less of their time. One of the things that Tony emphasizes a lot in his seminars is the importance of physiology, that motion equals emotion.
We all want to be able to change the way we feel. That's what I spend my life showing people how to do. And what most people don't know is emotion is created by motion. The way you move determines the way you feel.
Basically, when you're feeling down or not energized, all you gotta do is start moving your body, put yourself into this peak state, which will drastically affect your mood, which will change what you focus on, and then ultimately change what you do. This works and becomes so incredibly obvious when you start putting yourself into motion over and over and over again for 4 days straight with thousands of other people doing the same. So anyway, I'm a fan, and if you're a fan and this is something that like you're at all just a little bit interested in, I seriously say go for it. Save up, do what you gotta do, make it happen. It's totally worth it. Incredibly interesting and energizing experience. Okay, that's all for now on that. I am planning to make a lot more videos about what I actually more personally learned from this event. If you don't know by now, I've learned to become pretty comfortable with talking about uncomfortable things because I know other people tend to feel the same, and that's energizing for me. I know that I hold some limiting beliefs about myself, and I think it'd be worth it to try and talk more about it to, I don't know, see what comes of it. But for now, enjoy this flashback of Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within. Okay, so we're on our way to Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within. We're in New Jersey.
We're ready to unleash our power from the within.
No,
It's hiding there.
That is the question, Luba. Are you ready?
Yes! It's like yes! It's like yes!
To unleash
I
the
am
power.
ready. Now that I have my little shot of matcha and have my energy, I even have more power to unleash. Are you ready, Alexa?
I am. I've been following
Are you
Tony Robbins
excited?
for a while, yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe we're actually doing this. I guess, I don't know, like what's your expectation for...
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So yesterday we watched a Netflix documentary about his other event, Date with Destiny. I'm not as familiar with him as you are because I've only found out about him 6 months ago or so, and I love any kind of like motivational personality, whatever, like help yourself type of things, whether it be speakers or reading books. So I got really excited, and my only expectations are from what I've seen in the documentary. I hope it just like helps us figure out some things about ourselves and what we want. I'm not sure whether it's going to be like super transformational, but maybe it will be. We'll see.
I guess like I'm really looking for something actionable. I think I already feel super motivated in many ways, but I'm sure there's like, it's like how do I get to that next level? We'll do more later. Cheers.
Bye.
Because you wanted to make a significant change in some specific area of your life. I'm curious here. Say, awesome. And how many of you came because you wanted to make some radical change, let's say, in your energy or your physical well-being or your body? You lost that hunger, that drive to do more, to be more, to give more, to become more, to create more. That's what makes them special. And that hunger is what makes us feel alive. And even if you're not there yet, the hunger gives you a sense of life because it makes you seek out the answers. Who here feels like you've got hunger in you? That's what brought you here. I'm curious. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so this is day 2.
Day 2.
Of the Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within conference. No, seminar. Seminar.
Yeah, seminar. That's true.
Yeah, and I'm exhausted right now. What did you just do?
We slept only 5 hours, and then for the past couple of hours we just jumped around and screamed and had profound realizations about ourselves.
It's all in this book?
Yeah. And then, so day 2...
No, but like literally just screamed at the top of my lungs for like a good hour.
Make some noise!
And jumped around. It was
exhausting.
It was fun though.
It was so
I
fun,
liked
yeah.
it.
And it really
the
helped.
energy in the room was so good.
Yeah, it was
very
so good. Like,
impressive.
definitely.
I actually cried at the credits.
No, but like I think the energy was like way much, a lot better than yesterday too.
I think so,
But I
too.
think like people were like, oh, I get it now. You know, like I feel like they're like opening up a little more, including myself. I think I was like, oh, what is this dancing thing?
Yeah.
It's like a rave in here, like a concert, and but it's not.
Yeah. And then day 2 is not taught by Tony Robbins, it's taught by mostly his partner, and then there's this other guy that's teaching other seminars at the Tony Robbins Foundation that just presented now. But he didn't really teach us much. He just kind of... Yeah, so yes. That's kind of what we did, yes.
Okay, sorry, keep going. Okay, so
Yeah, he kind of just talked about his story. He didn't really like give us any exercises. It was mostly, he was trying to say that no matter what you learn here, if you don't apply what you learn and if you don't reflect, like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. Yeah, I've been really impressed with the new speakers who've come out.
Yeah,
They have really
I
interesting
really like
stories and like clearly have so much experience. Again, it's all very like actionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like day 2 a lot.
Day two's been good. Day two's been good.
Yeah, he also mentioned that he's gonna finish on time today. I wonder what on time. What time are we finishing?
What time is on time?
Last night we ended at 2 in the morning, or like 1:30.
It's like 1:30, yeah. So hopefully it's a little bit earlier. It's good to get at least like 7-8 hours of sleep, maybe.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, bye.
Most of us, if we fail, what do? Dust yourself off, try something else, right? Keep changing, we get there. But if you succeed and you're still unhappy, now you're what I call technically screwed. Right? So what we have to be able to do is to understand that we're in charge. We can literally change how we feel in a matter of seconds if we make a radical enough change in our body. Now I know it feels weird at first, but you can learn to trigger it with a snap of a finger. You can use a trigger you'll learn to do, or a word like yes. Try something right now. Just shout the word yes as loud as you can and notice how it feels. Say yes. Say yes. Say no. Say no. Can you feel the energy of it? Here's another question. Give me your first gut response without thinking. What's most important to you in life? Don't hesitate. First thing comes to mind. Go. Say it again. Say it again. Now, when I ask you the question, what's most important in your life, your answer tells me what you value most in life. And as I'm listening, all of you shouting at once, I heard a lot of things I recognize, and obviously I could subscribe to as well. Love, God, contribution, growth, freedom, joy, fun, success, passion, aliveness. How many have all those somewhere in there? Say I. So I ask you this because during the dinner hour, I'm going to ask you to do a couple things. One of those is to think for at least 10 minutes, maybe even write down what are the 3 or 4 most important things to you in life. Because when you come back, we're going to show you how to organize your life so there's more of that. Because most people do things that don't matter that much to them. They do a lot of things to make a living, but they don't design their life. Who knows what I'm talking about here? Say I. And you don't even have to change your profession to make sure the most important things meet your needs. Please stand up and let's give a giant UPW welcome to my dear friend, the one and only Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide.
Last day at Tony Robbins conference today, we're mostly talking about health
Health and wellness, and well, I guess both in like food and what you put in your body and what you not put in your body. But we also just did a bunch of breathing exercises.
Yeah, so they showed us the video of Wim Hof, who is this crazy Guinness world record guy who is known by the name of an Iceman because he broke the record of being in an ice bath the longest time he dived underneath ice in like super extreme conditions. And he says that it all stems from him connecting the brain and the body the way nature is supposed to. The nature designed it, which we kind of went off of because we don't really use our body to the extent that our bodies are designed to be used.
He led us through this breathing exercise, and I've never been able to hold my breath for as long as I just held my breath for. It was really kind of magical.
Yeah. He was pretty crazy, very impressive.
Yeah, pretty cool. I also just wanted to maybe reflect a little bit on yesterday because we did make a video, but yesterday was seriously unreal. It's like just something you kind of have to experience. We went through an exercise for probably like 2 hours. In full, like the whole thing probably took 2 hours, but I guess it was sort of a meditation where you're supposed to expose yourself and think really deeply and go super deep with all of the like negative beliefs that you have about yourself. Like, go to the deepest, darkest place. Like, what could your future look like if those beliefs were to manifest and become a reality, and really feel that. And the lights were off. Like, everyone had their eyes closed. Yeah.
In the meditation, he had us imagine what our lives would be if these beliefs stuck around a couple of years from now, then 5 years from now, 10 years, 20 years, and what our life in the worst possible scenario would be like if we were to continue to hold these beliefs.
Yeah, really intense. Again, everyone was in their own space and their own energy, but like, man.
People were crying, screaming, it was intense.
I cried my eyes out. It was so intense. And then from there, you have to come out of that, and the second part of the exercise is to reimagine your life in all those years in the future, but in a life where your beliefs have changed into the beliefs that will bring you to what your goals are, what your like greatest desires are, and what you can truly be, and what you can truly do in this life.
And the whole day actually was called transformation. So
And again, like, I think one of the biggest things I've taken away from this seminar is that like physiology is so important, and so your physical body, what motion and what energy that you output into the world, that directly correlates with like what happens in your future. And so being able to put your physical body into that deepest, darkest place, come out of it and like explode with energy, that's
really makes a difference.
That's how you become great. That's how you become the person you want to be. Yeah,
it was intense. I liked it. The guy's just a machine. Tony Robbins is super impressive. He talked again straight through probably 8 or 10 hours. And the first day he talked straight for 12 hours without taking any breaks. Very impressive.
Very impressive. Yeah, really great role model.
Yeah, I bought a couple of his books.
I did too. Luba has at least like 8 books waiting for her back at home.
Every time they would mention the book, any speaker, I would just go on Amazon and like right away buy that book. So most of them actually already are delivered to my house.
It's amazing. High five.